Blue Beetle, a DC hero that was hyped up to be the biggest superhero blockbuster of the year, turned out to be the exact opposite. With a superhero that hasn't been seen since the 30s and the 60s, I can understand why. It was boring, bland, uninteresting, and the story fell flat on its face. And to a movie that could have introduced the new generation to a hero that is widely unknown, did it in the most poor way possible. But in order to understand that, I had to do what most people didn't want to do: go to the movies and see it for themselves. The movie starts off with Carapax finding what appears to be a meteor containing the alien scarab to be extracted and tested for use by the protagonist Victoria Cord.
Hey Vicky, you're so icky, just the thought of being around.
Enter Jamie Reyes back in his hometown in Pamela City, Mexico, to find that his family will be losing the family home. Jamie has high hopes for his future as a lawyer, but quickly turns for the worse as he gets a housekeeping gig with his sister. Meanwhile, Victoria talks to Jennifer about making the OMAC, a self-policing technology, while she refuses that idea. Jamie then eavesdrops and gets fired because his sister was taking a dump in the luxury bathroom. No, that is exactly what happened. While that happens, Jennifer gives Jamie a new start for her company, but when he gets the new job, is given the scarab in a burger box. Nope. Not even joking. While at home with his family, Jamie opens the box only for the beetle to choose him as the new host. Vicky is then notified that the beetle was stolen while promising Carapax that she would fix him, while it is noted that she was the one who gave him all those scars. Jennifer then takes Jamie to the Blue Beetle headquarters, where it is noted that her father was the last Blue Beetle, but the scarab did not choose him. Doing some research on how to remove the beetle from the host has to be, well, pushing daisies before that could even happen. While they find out the secrets of the scarab, Vicky kidnaps Jamie's family to lure him into the trap. Jamie falls for the lure and gets captured by the Carol Task Force and sent to a lab. Also, his father dies, so he has this like Uncle Ben moment. While getting his Blue Beetle code extracted to make bioweapons for the army, the family gears up for adventure to set Jamie free, while Jamie and Khadija become one and take down Carapax, only for Jamie to spare Carapax and give him a memory that Victoria deleted his mother and made him a war machine while he was young. Carapax then sacrifices himself and Victoria so that the cycle does not repeat. Then at the end, Jennifer then rides off with Jamie as they get a message from Jennifer's father that he is alive. That was the cliffhanger.
That's the wrong guy! I'm a nobody, but I swear!
This movie had a lot of hype. Critics were saying that it was going to be bad, while giving it the benefit of the doubt. I actually gave it a watch. And boy, was it worse than I thought. The story itself was completely all over the place with extreme plot holes to it. Like the grandma, for example. She was a revolutionary and she knows how to handle a machine gun. And then the whole Blue Beetle situation. It's like, well, how did you know that the old Blue Beetle was here? I don't know. It was all over the place.
This movie sucks eggs, so give me back my money.
On top of that, the Jamie Reyes Blue Beetle was not about the greater good of being a hero. While on the other hand, George Lopez's character had no problem ending the life of a task officer in a beetle ship. Yeah, that was actually a thing. On top of that, we can't deny that being of a different race and culture has very little impact on me. I can care less about the race of the hero. The jokes were bland and boring, and the Hispanic stereotypes were so far and few that it took away from the movie. Another thing was Jamie being the Blue Beetle and his family being a part of his adventure. It should have been named Blue Beetle and his family, mainly because the fact that his family played a huge part in the movie. While the action scenes between Jamie were few and stale, I never felt so bored watching a superhero movie in my life, let alone a superhero movie that hasn't been around in almost a decade. The budget went more into the CGI of the movie, which did the movie zero justice. You can tell which parts were real and CGI. It was really the only saving grace of the movie, and even that made me want to leave after 30 minutes. If you ask me, this movie was not worth the money, and I would not watch the second installment. Bland, dragged out storyline, forgettable characters, and a movie that was supposed to be action-packed actually put me to sleep. No, seriously, it did put me to sleep. As much as I want to give the DCEU a fighting chance, I'm going through superhero fatigue as well. I'm sure I'm not even going to go see this movie right now. So wake me up when you make these two superhero movies.
When there's trouble, you know what to do. Call Cyborg, he can shoot a rocket from his shoe. 'Cause he's Cyborg.